In good news for aspiring platform developers and millennials alike, Nintendo bookends today's announcements with looks that Super Mario Maker 2 and the remake of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening would be landing on the Nintendo Switch. As always, developers and business analysts have been keen to see what Nintendo's 2019 strategy might entail, and the announcement of these two games makes a strong showing for the company's first-party efforts, and also a hint that it might be interested in remaking other titles. Platinum Games, Ninja Theory's Hellblade, and a Battle Royale Tetris game, Overruling, also made appearances. For more details on what's launching on the Nintendo Switch this year, you can watch all of Nintendo's announcements right here. A group of Sonic Mania developers, including game director Christian Whitehead, have joined forces to establish a brand new boutique game studio, dubbed Evening Star Studio. The new opening is headquartered in Los Angeles, and was formed with the remit of designing fresh, fun games which will stand the test of time. Whitehead will serve as Evening Star's creative director and lead engine architect, with the studio looking to use the Retro engine, rebranded as the Star engine he designed as its primary game engine. He will be joined by fellow Sonic Mania developers Tom Fry, art director, Hunter Bridges, technical and audio director, and Brad Flick, design director, while veteran producer Dave Padilla will lead Evening Star as CEO. Being a boutique game studio has a specific meaning. Every member pursues a goal to make their own great games. By encouraging strong technical foundations in every discipline, members are given a voice and latitude to impact games in unique ways. Reads the Evening Star website. By reinvigorating gaming histories, marketing techniques, the team boldly explores their actions, long since left behind, with that driving approach and the proprietary engine and toolset. Evening Star has developed an innovative workflow which minimizes the barriers between ideas and execution. Over the weekend, Valve published a blog detailing the top controller-friendly games on Steam 2018, and the analysis includes data to help players find games they might enjoy most with the kind of controller they own. This guide could be useful for developers interested in seeing what real game was most compatible for different controllers, including the PlayStation, X, Nintendo Switch Pro, and Steam controllers. For every controller, each guide is broken down into 3 sections: most popular, most unique, and local multiplayer. Each section starts off by highlighting the 50 games most popular with that controller, with Valve looking at the number of minutes played in each game with each type of controller. After doing some more math, Valve generated a list of generally popular games that also have good controller support for each kind of controller. Interestingly enough, many of the most popular games show up as played a lot with all controller types. The most unique games by controller provide some pretty interesting info in regards to what types of games players gravitate to the most. For example, PlayStation controllers were the choice for fighting games, with Soul Calibur 6, BlazBlue, Cross Tag Battle and Street Fighter V making the list. X controller owners seem to prefer open-world games, with titles like Just Cause 3, Saints Row 4, Skyrim and Mafia 3 among the list of games that are most unique to the device. As explained in the blog, Valve speculates that the preferences point to both a difference in demographics between owners of the respective controllers, and the differing level of support for specific controllers between games. Interested developers can check out the lists here. Tencent Games seems to have used the likeness of a model without her permission for a character skin in its game Ring of Elysium. It's pretty notable, given that this kind of infringement is different than what studios, like Epic Games, facing with regard to giving credit or compensating individuals for certain dance emotes. Developers should be aware of this for their own work as well. As reported by United States Gamer, the model is Mei Yan, whose previous photos for the online fashion brand Omega-Tree surfaced in Ring of Elysium's first season battle pass titled The Adventure Pass. For the character in the likeness was first spotted in Ring of Elysium's Adventure Season 1 trailer, which Tencent has since removed, but has been circulating online. Thanks to third-party uploaders, it's pretty clear that the resemblance is striking. Despite the addition of a few accessories, Yan is aware of the likeness, and tells United States Gamer that she was never contacted by Tencent asking for permission to use manipulate images of her. While Yan is now speaking with those involved with Ring of Elysium, she has yet to hear anything from Tencent. It was pretty crazy to see myself in-game without giving prior consent, she says. I am pretty used to having my content and likeness stolen, but this is really on another level. How did they think no one would notice a blatantly stolen image of a pre-existing person? As of right now, Tencent still seems to be using Yan's likeness to advertise in Ring of Elysium. Mobile developer Gamasutra have secured $145 million in strategic financing to support its various acquisition and global growth initiatives. The news comes shortly after the Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery creator laid off an unknown number of staff as a result of organizational changes. It also follows the company's decision to open a new studio in Canada to facilitate the purchase of the Bingo Pop franchise from Yukon Games, and the signing of a multi-year development deal with Disney. Gamasutra President and Q. Joshi Gado said the cash injection will also help the long-based developer expand its core franchises and live game operations. Gamasutra is executing ambitious plans for new game development, expansion of core franchise games, and building the industry's very best live game operations, commented Igado. Additional investment in our creative and technical operations further position Gamasutra as the premier partner for owners, game development studios, and industry talent worldwide. The Gamasutra Job Board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: Redwood City, California. The gameplay camera designer, working under the lead cinematic designer and on the game director, will be responsible for designing, implementing, and fine-tune the game design cameras and related gameplaying levels and cinematics to ensure a smooth and seamless player experience through a rich and epic narrative experience. The successful camera designer will be able to collaborate with artists and designers to create tools and camera solutions to create a dynamic and living world. Essential duties, competencies, skills, knowledge, essential requirements. Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra Job Board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's Job Board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. As of December A new Japanese legal amendment has made it illegal to resell digital game keys without explicit consent from software makers. The new set of rules are part of a revision to the Unfair Competition Prevention Act, which now recognizes data, information recorded in electromagnetic record as a target for protection by law. While e-reselling has been somewhat of a gray area in the industry, it looks as though this revision will have more of an impact in models, since it specifically targets distribution of more tools and services.